Hey wavies and curlies, this is Stacy from the Frizz Girls, and as you can see, I've got wet hair. I just put the second to last styling product in my hair. I just put in some EcoSlide Jello Shot, and I scrunched it in, and then I used my satin scarf to get the extra water out and extra product out. Now, in my wash days, for the last few washes, I've been doing two new things that I thought I would share with you. The first thing is adding mousse. And normally when I add mousse, I add it all over my hair for volume because I love volume. But I decided to start trying something different by adding just mousse in the crown area where my hair really could use the volume. And this is the mousse that I love to use. It's the Marc Anthony Strictly Curls mousse Confiate, whatever you call it. It's mousse to me. I love this mousse. This is probably my second favorite mousse. My favorite mousse has been discontinued, so unfortunately this has now become my favorite mousse. And instead of doing my whole head of hair, I will just do the crown and coat my hair in there and scrunch it in. Now, normally when I dry my hair, I will hover and use my pick to lift my roots to get volume. And then after it's kind of dry, then I will go in and pixie diffuse the rest of my hair. Well, I've been trying something different. Instead, I've been actually clipping my roots with these little clips. Now, I've had these for a really long time. They're not necessarily my favorite because sometimes they break. The last time I did a wash day and tried to take one of these out of my hair, it just broke. And I was like, well, one less. So I will use these clips. They come in black and they come in this brown color. I have this larger brown in case I need it. I know that Bounce Curl makes root clips, so you can go to bouncecurl.com or you can go to my website www.thefrizzgirls.com, click on the products recs page, and then I have a link to Bounce Curl directly from my website with a discount code. Now, I'm not sure if the discount code is applicable to the root clips. You'll have to put it in your shopping cart when you purchase your product to see if it will take it off. That is something that is designed by the company, so I have no control over that one. But anyways, so what I've been doing is clipping my hair up in my roots to give it some lift and some volume. And then instead of actually drying my hair first from the roots, I actually will pixie diffuse the length of my hair. And when most of the length of my hair is dry, then I will go back and hover my roots until they get dry. And then once they're done, I will slowly pick the clips out of my hair. And then I have more tighter curls at my wavy hair, because you know wavy hair does not really curl at the root, but sometimes my hair does because I'm on the wavy curly spectrum. I've got 2C, 3A hair, so 2C is wavy, 3A is curly, so I'm kind of in that in-between mark. So my roots will become a little bit curlier, not a lot, but just a little bit more, and they'll have a little bit more lift and volume. So I'm just gonna show you how I put my mousse in and clip my hair, and then I will come back when I'm done drying so you can see what the actual result looks like. So I'm just gonna give this a good shake. Now, when you're putting mousse on the crown, you don't want a lot. You actually want less is better. Some people think you need a lot of mousse and you really don't, and there's a lot of product in here when it comes out. You just need to get like the front and the crown section. So give it a good shake, and then I'm gonna have some come out. That is about as much as you want, okay? You do not need a lot of mousse on your crown, okay? And I'm just gonna separate, and then I'm just gonna scrunch it in right at the root. And you can see, like, here's the rest of the mousse that I still have to use. And I've only done one side, so I'll just dump this in and scrunch all over. And it's probably still a little too much that I really need, but I'm gonna go ahead and scrunch everything into my hair. Scrunch, 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 scrunch. And scrunch. And as you can see, I'm right side up. I'm not upside down when I'm doing this. Okay. So most of the mousse is pretty much scrunched into my hair. I'm just gonna wipe my hands off on my towel. Okay, now I don't care about this. I'm not really worried about this. Now you can section your hair and clip your hair up any way you want. I'm just gonna take this and just randomly pull a section up like this and clip because I want a little height, okay? So I'm gonna pull and push forward and clip because I want height, because I want volume in my crown. And then I'm just going to grab a section in the back here, and I'm going to kind of lift it and clip. And it may not be perfect, and that's okay. We don't care about perfection with wavy curly hair. You know why? Because it has a mind of its own, especially wavy hair. Think of it as wild wavy hair. So I'm going to take a little section right here and just like lift it and clip it, okay? And then I'm going to take a section in the back and a section in the back, and literally I'm just randomly, as you can see, grabbing sections and pulling it up and then clipping it. And the reason why is I don't want the hair on the crown to sit on the scalp. I want it to be raised so we have volume and so the air can circulate. So let me give another clip. And I'm actually going to use the big one because I'm going to use the two small ones for the sides. I'm just going to hold this up and push up and then clip with this big one. So you can see I've got clips everywhere. Now I'm going to take the one I just dropped on the floor, which I don't know where it's at. This one, and I'm just going to grab this section right here and pull up and out. And then now I am going to pull this section up and out. So as you can see, my hair might look a little crazy and a little wonky, but that's okay. I'm not really worried about it because we're just going for a dry. So now you can see I have a clip here, 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 and then I have the big one back here to lift the back roots up. So when I hover with the dryer on my crown, it's really going to be able to get the roots really, really dry, and we're going to have some lift, and my hair is going to look a little bit more curlier at the root. So that's something a little bit different that I've been trying for my wash day. So now I am going to go and dry my hair, and when I come back for part 2, I'm going to show you what my hair looks like dry, and then I'll slowly take all these wonderful clips out, and then you're going to see what the final result looks like. So stay tuned for part 2.